begins. Quiet voices whisper what I'll never win. They carry no names, yet I know their face. Follow every motion, I can't escape this place. I try to lock them deep inside, but doors will break that never died. The more I fight, the clearer it will be. The darkness always belongs to me. Trapped in the shadow of me. No escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me. Between panic and sense, my mind falls down. Yet the chaos in my head pulls me further around. I wear it like a nightmare, like an ancient song, telling of the things that last lifelong. I have learned to run no more, even if the voices win the war. For deep in darkness I have seen, even shadows can walk with me. Trapped in the shadow of me. No escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me. And if you ask if I was ever free, I'll say the darkness stays a part of me. But I carry it without disguise. It makes me stronger, clears my mind. Trapped in the shadow of me. No escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me. Trapped in the shadow of me. No escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me. Behind my forehead a war begins. Quiet voices whisper what I'll never win. They carry no names, yet I know their face. Follow every motion, I can't escape this place. I try to lock them deep inside, but doors will break that never died. The more I fight, the clearer it will be. The darkness always belongs to me. Trapped in the shadow of me. No escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me. Between panic and sense, my mind falls down. Yet the chaos in my head pulls me further around. I wear it like a nightmare, like an ancient song, telling of the things that last lifelong. I have learned to run no more, even if the voices win the war. For deep in darkness I have seen, even shadows can walk with me. Trapped in the shadow of me. No escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me. And if you ask if I was ever free, I'll say the darkness stays a part of me. But I carry it without disguise. It makes me stronger, clears my mind. Trapped in the shadow of me. No escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me. Trapped in the shadow of me. No escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me. Quiet voices whisper what I'll never win. They carry no names, yet I know their face. Follow every motion, I can't escape this place. I try to lock them deep inside, but doors will break that never died. The more I fight, the clearer it will be. The darkness always belongs to me. Trapped in the shadow of me. No escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me. My mind falls down, yet the chaos in my head pulls me further around. I wear it like a nightmare, like an ancient song, telling of the things that last lifelong. I have learned to run no more, even if the voices win the war. For deep in darkness I have seen, even shadows can walk with me. Trapped in the shadow of me. No escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me. And if you ask if I was ever free, I'll say the darkness stays a part of me. But I carry it without disguise. It makes me stronger, clears my mind. Trapped in the shadow of me. No escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me. Trapped in the shadow of me. No escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me. Behind my forehead, war begins. Quiet voices whisper what I'll never win. They carry no names yet.
Audio.
Audio.
Yep. Okay, so here we go. Must be live because it says that there's a little red dot that says it's live. So yes, thanks so much for tuning into Livestream past, present and future. And yes, we thought we'd do 2 live streams this week. So if you missed the first one, yeah.
You got a second chance today.
Yeah, that's it.
And obviously all the live streams, you can replay all the action. So, okay, so we're going to start this off.
Yes. Okay, so here we go. And 3, 2, 1, go. HR Racing, HR Racing, HR Racing. Yeah, we're live and thanks very much for tuning in. I am Harry.
And I'm Richard. Thanks very much for joining in. We have to thank all our sponsors and you, of course, most importantly of all.
Yes. And what's the plan for this one, Richard? What's the plan for this live stream?
Okay, well, ideally, we've done quite a bit on the landing gear for this one. We designed them. We've done the 2 rear aluminium landing gear, I guess you call them, suspension landing gear. And we've got the swivel nose with rubber band suspension on the front that we did in 3D printing. So we designed it all on the live stream series that we've been doing. And now we're attempting to put it all on the aircraft.
Yes. So that is the objective of the episode, is to put the landing gear to the aircraft. And let's jump over to the other slide.
That's right. And in a couple of minutes, we're going to go and look at what happened on this week's episode.
There you go. Let's go and do that.
Hey. No, we just started. No, you're spot on for time, I think. It's a bit bright now.
Bit bright.
Only 10 minutes late. No.
No, we just started right now.
That's really bright now.
It's your thing.
Is it? Okay. It's making me
because everything's mirrored in the computer, so it's weird. Yeah, so thanks so much for tuning in. Yeah, we're going to get into finishing this guy off. This is the guy that we're working on this live stream. I can pick it up and have a look at him. There he is. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, that's the guy. And have we done anything to him since the last live stream, Richard? Richard?
There you go. It says, by the way, I can see the 5-inch drone.
Oh, can I see the 5-inch drone? It's not in this workshop. It's in another workshop. Yes. So, sorry. No. Yeah, it's in another workshop at the moment. So, yes, where we do our, electronic side. You know, the computer side. So, yes.
So, I guess you could have if it was here.
Yeah, we could have, yeah.
But physically not possible.
No. But, yes, that episode that you're talking about is coming up on Tuesday.
Yeah. Excited to see that. So, yeah. Sorry about that. And that is, and we're teaming up with It's FPV, which make up the frame, and Hobby Wing for the power side of things. So quite interesting with that one. With we've got the flight controller, the ESCs, and the motors.
Yes,
that's right. So it's
interesting. Yeah, it'll be interesting to test out those flight controllers from Hobby Wing. Yeah, we haven't tried that sort of thing, so it'll be interesting.
And it's really cool that you got the plane finished. Yes, it's more in shape. It's not quite finished yet. I think you're talking about the VTOL dropship, but it is definitely at least looking the part now. Before, effectively, it was a cardboard box.
An idea and a CAD design. So there you go. It's good to see it entire now, and then there's only a little bit more printing on the nacelles. There's 3 more nacelles we need to print off.
And then we get into sort of the structural electronic side of
rigidity
things.
And
then what we need to do is we have to disassemble the whole thing and then put it back together properly. Because at the moment it's only movie ready, not flying ready.
Yes. But then we made it that way so we could take it apart and allow for the electronics to go in that way. Yeah. That's what we did.
He said, by the way, Nate just posted a new video about the Mandalorian. Okay. 4.5 channel controller. Oh, very cool.
Nice. Very cool, man.
Okay, we'll go and we'll check it out when we get a chance. Nice. Good stuff.
Yeah, Mandalorian's cool.
Yeah, he's cool, eh?
Yeah.
This is the way.
This is the way. Okay, and today, the VTOL dropship that we're talking about, I suppose we could look at that. I suppose we could have a look to show what Nate was talking about.
Yeah, and you posted it. Well done. Good stuff. Yep, we'll check it out. Okay. Which one should I do? Maybe one where we're both in it?
Sure.
Nope, that's just an empty chair. Let's have a look. There
you go.
Okay.
I'll come back and
so Harry, come back.
But yeah, so this is the one that Nate was talking about.
Mandalorian Star Wars edition. Yeah, nice. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. I'm with you. It's good stuff.
Yeah, so I guess that's not a VTOL dropship.
It does dropship. It is a dropship of sorts, isn't it? What the Mandalorian has.
Yeah, I think so.
And Tapestry joined us. Thanks very much once again for joining in.
Thank you very much. Very kind. And yeah, so this is the guy that we're working on this week. And the size of him is getting quite large now. I'm not sure about the official count of how many prints we're done, but on the last count when we did the fuselage, it was about 45. So I'm sure it's more than that now. Because that's not including the wings or, yeah. And yeah, it's kind of an interesting design. The V-tail at the back is an interesting one. It's kind of quite inspired by the movie Edge of Tomorrow and Elysium, those kind of designs.
Yeah. And someone pointed out, like you were talking about too, Mandalorian looks somewhat similar. And who was the other one?
Maze Runner had a
Maze Runner has a drop.
All those kind of cyberpunk.
They do look cool, don't they?
They do.
I think even some like the Alien series have some as well. Because like why not? It looks cool, right? I mean, I guess they're not using propellers to spin because they're shooting in space, right? So they're using some kind of propulsion system.
Yeah, that hasn't been
planes or something. That hasn't been invented
yet. So,
but I mean, like if somebody has invented it and they want it to be used, just give us a call,
Yeah, but no, we're quite happy with these motors and they're really cool, really good size. 170 kV, I think, the motors that will be running on this one.
Yeah, 80 amp ESCs.
Yeah, with the 80 amp ESCs. It's quite a big one, 28-inch propellers, I think.
Yeah.
Tri-blade, so you don't normally see that in that kind of scale. You see that maybe up to, say, 13-inch, but you're definitely not when you get into the big leagues.
Yeah, you wouldn't get
pretty rare.
It's pretty rare to see the 28-inch.
So, yeah, very cool.
And he says his particular one about Mandalorian is all about a short unboxing. Oh, that's cool.
Nice. Yeah. Nice, very cool.
Check it out. Did you want to bring one of the fuselage down so you can see it in real life?
Oh, yeah, we could do that. Yeah, sure.
Oh, go and grab it.
Okay, sweet.
Swap it over.
I'll swap that camera frame over. Nope, wrong one again. Hang on. A 4.5 channel remote with that drone. Oh,
if I hand it to you, can you grab it?
Oh, yeah. It's a little bit big.
It's a bit cumbersome. And then you just leave it down there, I think. Got it?
Yeah.
You're good. Yeah.
Okay. There's half of them.
Move that out of the way so you can see it.
Yes. You can kind of see the scale of them, of this particular design. And there you go. So, yeah. I'll lift them up so you can kind of see. I think it's all right. I don't want to hit that plane. But there you go. So you can kind of see the scale of them.
It's just the front nose.
Just the front nose section.
And the wings look good, don't they?
I think they look pretty cool.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Good stuff. So I'll just put this over there. Yeah.
So you go. He's quite big when you're going to have them in sections.
just to store them, yeah.
Just to store them, yeah. At this stage of the game.
At this stage.
So yeah, so that was what the episode was this week. What was your parts from the takeaway from that, Harry?
What do you mean?
What was your favourite moments from that particular video?
Just cool to see it in full scale is what for me.
Yeah, and obviously to see it all lines up properly with all the parts.
Yeah, that means you calculated it right and designed it right.
Yeah.
Because you never know, it's only theoretical and that when you're in software. But yes, when it comes to reality, it's way better to see.
Okay, so moving on to the next section?
Yeah, might as well. Might as well start designing it. We did bring some extra rubber bands, so maybe we can swap them over, start with that, and then, yeah, maybe bring that other camera in, I think.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then that way you can kind of see that kind of angle. But yes, hopefully you guys are having a great week this week, and looks like Nate is having a pretty good one. But yes, yeah, let us know what else you guys have all been up to. It's a good one. It's not like this is not really one of those channels where it's kind of more interactive kind of experience. But yes, so we should just bring that camera in. We need a rubber band. What else do we need?
Yeah, should be right. If I change slides, can they see it?
Oh yeah, so look. I'll move the camera down if you need to.
I can see your reaction on the live on my unboxing about the memo. Yeah. Can I see your reaction?
On the live of my unboxing.
Oh, okay. You want us to view it now?
Oh.
I guess we're a bit busy doing what we're doing at the moment. Otherwise, we won't get it done.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. How about we leave a good comment
later on, then we can
on.
really properly look at it. Otherwise, it's kind of like biased.
It's kind of like a rushed thing.
Yeah. We do it proper justice.
But yeah, we can certainly recommend. So yeah, go and check out Nate's stuff. Good stuff.
Nice. All right. Okay. You got the camera. You want to check that one?
Yeah. Maybe down a bit more.
How do we do this?
Like that. There you go. That's pretty good.
It's all right, are you? See it there?
Yeah. Oh, good?
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, we'll just swap this little, I guess you'd say rubber band out. And I'm just getting ready for another print on this one. I thought I'd put it on. This is our original K2 that we, sorry, Ender. What's this one? The Ender Pro there? It's our very first 3D
Ender
printer.
3, yeah. And Danzilla's joined us.
Oh,
no, you're not. He reckons he's late, but no, he's not late.
No, we just started.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, we're watching that too. It's good stuff.
For sure. But yes, yeah,
that's better. Okay, so we managed to install the rubber band and maybe a bit more strength in it later on, but that will do the trick. So what do we need to do? We need to start putting these on, don't we?
I was going to swap those bolts out and put better ones in.
Okay, so what do we need to do with that? We'll take the latch off, I guess. And how's everybody's week? Yeah, feel free to jump in on the chat and say what you've been up to and all that kind of stuff. How was your week? Really trying to get this these landing gear on it this time for this particular live stream, just so we can. In that way, we don't have to have all these. I don't know if you can see in the camera, but you can see all these boxes propping it up because. They've all got different filamenters.
And we need
them for this next project coming up. So that's what's happening at that stage of the game. And you've got some parts here. Oh, yeah. You all good?
I can't see it at the moment.
Okay.
Bit odd, isn't it? It's got to be there.
Yeah. But, okay, so just looking through my screws, because these ones at the moment that we used on the last one is... Okay, and Nate says that his week was good. That's great to hear, dude.
Yeah, nice, brother.
It's awesome stuff. And what do you think of the last live stream that we did during the week? Because we actually did... This is our second one this week of the live streams. We did one... It was about the.
Oh, you guys, that you guys asked for more.
Yeah, asked for more, so we did two live streams this week. One was on the sub skimmer, which is the RC boat, and one was on
this one.
Was on this one. So we thought we'd do it twice since we got a request, just to see how it was going, and also to see if we can fit it into our time schedule, which is
pretty extreme.
It's pretty tight at the moment.
I'm just trying to find.
I was just trying to find the print.
Struggling to find it at the moment.
Yeah. He said Nate says the live streams are cool. Oh, cheers, man. Thanks.
Yeah, cheers, brother. Thank you, kindly.
Alright, so maybe swap them out for the new one. That's good that you enjoy them. Yeah. And I know you're requesting to do some more, for us to do some more flying FPV footage, I think is what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
So
So next week we come out with Tuesday, right?
yeah, so Tuesday we come out with the what is it? It's a dead cat FPV.
Yeah, a dead cat version, which is
FPV
cool.
frame. So hopefully we can very shortly dive into the world of doing some new flights and stuff, just to mix it up, get some new aircraft up in the air.
And that way we can do it some more live stream flying.
Do some more live stream flying, and yeah. So just taking out this.
Couldn't find it on that one, would you?
Oh yeah.
That's weird, isn't it?
Not really. There's only 2 SD cards. Just have to do it some other time.
Yep. Nate says, yep, always here for you. Oh, nice.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. But yeah, so far so good. And put that on the
Do
ground.
you think that's too big? So at the moment I've got some M36 by 304 aluminium, I think it is.
Is that too short?
Steel. I don't know.
If that's not long enough, I got longer ones.
Oh, maybe it is a bit short.
By the way, do you have goggles for your drones? You mean FPV goggles, or just like when you're handling them, you wear goggles?
I'm pretty sure you mean goggles. Yeah, FPV drone. Yes, we do. Yeah, we've got. You've got. What's it? We've got a couple of different Fat Shark ones.
What do we got? We use
HDOs.
analog. We always use analog. I know that Danzilla out there said that we should go and get some digital, but at the moment, analog's all good with us at the moment. But yeah, one day we could test out the digital side.
Awesome.
There's a 25mm. How long do you want?
I do not know. What if we were going to go to digital? What would you suggest, guys? If we were going to go for a FPV goggle, what do you reckon? So at the moment I've got 6s. FPV goggles, yep. So yes, we do, yes.
It's a 25mm. Can't understand.
Pretty long, isn't it?
Yeah, it just depends how long you want.
Well, these are 6. Those aren't 6.
Yeah, it's 6mm.
Those aren't.
No, they've been it's labelled poorly.
What are these? These might be right.
These are 10s. In between 10mm.
These are 8s. These might be better. Do you have a nut to go in there?
Sure, if you want them. I can get them, sure. What do you want, like a nylock or something?
Yes, please. Okay, so we're looking through our bag of tricks to see if we can find a bolt that's 3mm and has a diameter of 3mm and a distance that's going to fit through, because that one there, even though it's like an 8 or whatever, it's not going to be long enough.
Okay.
Needs to be a sizable distance. Like,
do you want a 16 or something? There's a 16.
Yeah.
Some other ones?
Yeah, that'd be right.
Just a little bit more, you don't want too much.
16, yeah. So what do you got there? 16 and a, what is this one? The 25, that might be a bit long. Okay, so we'll go with the 16. And Happy RC said he has swimming goggles for FPV submarines.
That's an interesting idea.
He's got, Danzilla says he has DJI goggles, the V2 ones.
That's what he reckons.
And the Fat Shark analog. Yeah.
Jump over the other screen, okay. Just a better quality. Nice. Very fun.
That's pretty cool. Nice. And thanks for joining, everyone.
Yeah, appreciate it very much, all. I'm just here, by the way. I'm just looking for a box of nuts. Here you go. I think I found it. Hang on. Yep. Nylox. That's what we want. Nylox. And For the people out there that maybe not sure what a nylock nut is, it's just got a little bit of rubber. Is it rubber? I guess it's rubber. Plasticky rubber inside, and that way you don't have to, that way it doesn't loosen itself off. Yes, yes. And Happy says, hey it all. Nice. Is it too long?
I honestly don't know at this point.
And Richard's just in the background tightening that up. He's trying to anyway. Nate says, I got FPV goggles and they are analog. Nice. Just don't have a drone for them. That's like a tiny whoop or something. Oh, yeah. No worries. It's all good, man. Dan says, nylock has nylon. Yes, I knew that.
Yeah, you tell him. You tell him, Dan.
Yeah, I haven't had enough water, right? You know, we're on the other side of the world.
Well, what did you say?
I said something.
What did you say? It was like made of steel or something.
We won't go there.
Yeah, you call him up. You call him up on his.
It's pretty obvious really when you think about it. Yes, and yes, no. Analog goggles. What kind of other goggles do we use? Just pretty much our favorites.
Safety goggles.
Yeah, we use safety goggles. The FPV goggles we always use is just it's the Dominate HDO too, isn't
it? Threes.
Is that three? Okay.
Yeah, and HDO just twos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we do have pretty much just the Fat Shark ones. It's just that's the ones that we have. They call nylon rubber in New Zealand. yeah, that's it. We're gonna claim it.
Okay, that's not long enough either. It needs to be longer than that.
Well, so 16. So what 25?
Yeah.
Crikey. How long is that? That's kind of more an Australian slang. You won't hear that over here.
What?
Crikey. That's more. Crikey, mate. That's Australian. Good people, the Australians. When we went to Melbourne, they were really nice. So
yeah.
Only good things.
Do you have anything longer than that?
Sure. There you go. This is a 25 millimeter M3 countersunk. Where is it? Can you see the top of that? And we always use 305s.
Do we?
Well, these ones are.
I guess we do because it's where we get them from.
Here's your 305 stainless. There you go. Hold that.
305.
305. Okay, where'd you put the rest of the bag? Oh, right there. There you go. Anyway, Richard, just bolt that that front one in, and then yeah, then it will be good as in the hood. Nate says, does anyone know how to get some cheap tiny whips? So around like $50 to $70. In New Zealand, you would never find that. I don't think. Would you? Unless you knew a buddy of yours. You know, if you knew
like a swap meet, maybe.
Yeah, like a swap meet or something like that. Maybe somebody's mate. You'd have to be a mate with a person to get that price over here. Where in the wood are you? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. And then Nate says, I'd like to know. Yeah. No, in New Zealand, everything seems to be expensive. Even toothpaste expensive. There you go. So it's just one of those things. Just
we're on the backside of the world.
Yeah, we're at the bottom of the world. Everything takes ages to get here. So there you go. That's probably the reason.
Maybe it's because we're the first to get the light, but the last to get anything.
To get things. Well, I guess we don't really make so many things over here, like cars and those sorts of things. Years and years ago, we made cars, but that's all overseas these days. And do we make bread? What do we make in New Zealand? Too many things. I guess we make the show. That counts.
What else? What do we make?
Oh, we make KiwiFil makes the filament. But what are we renowned for? Trees, tree logging. But we don't really we don't do sheep up here. Sheep. Well, it's all cattle farms up here. If you got sheep, it's kind of like an odd thing. You're kind of like the yeah, it'd be an odd thing.
You're like the weirdo.
Yeah. There's a couple of sheep farms around, but you wouldn't be making any money on it. We just built a bit of fun, really. I wonder how much it would be to ship something to you from the USA. She's happy. Yeah, I don't know.
But we do get packages.
Yeah, we do get packages from around the world for the channel. And we have got items from America. Different parts, like flight controllers, for instance.
Emro Robotics?
Emro Robotics, and what other company?
That's like what, California?
KiwiFil. Yeah, those sorts of ones. So yeah, they all.
They do send. It's just.
Oh yeah, there you go. Mike's joined the live stream. Cheers, man. Thanks for tuning in. He says rockets and sheep. That's what we're down for.
Yeah.
Rockets, Rocket Lab. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, rockets. Yeah, that's us. Rocket Lab. Well, actually, when we were in Auckland, I don't know, a million years ago, we drove past the Rocket Lab depot or construction site in the middle of the town. They also have one at Mahia, but I've never been there. Never been to the actual launch site.
Mike, have you ever been there? Or have you ever been while they're firing? That'd be cool.
Yeah.
So apparently we're going to Mars.
Apparently we're heading to Mars at the moment. Or going to. Do they do that in Canada there, Dan? Is that a big... Do they do fire rockets over there? I don't know.
Might do.
But I hear all
well, you know, America does. Because it's NASA's. Right?
Yeah, well, NASA's.
JBL,
everything's cool there. Nate says, I might have found an Emax training whip for $50. Wow, that is pretty cool, man. Nice.
You are
lucky.
A legend.
Yeah, a legend, because that you just won't see that sort of thing over here. Everything's expensive. But there's bonuses. We have dolphins and whales and those sorts of things. So.
You're not really selling New Zealand that much.
Oh yeah, well.
I guess we've got the Hobbit.
We got hobbits. Yeah, that's true.
If you don't like them, you can just call a random person a Hobbit.
yeah, maybe a strange insult to somebody. But yeah, the Hobbiton, we've been there. It's all good. Yeah. But it says AliExpress. Oh, okay. The quality is always an interesting thing. Yeah, we always when we make stuff, always make sure you try and get the best quality you can. We have had mates of ours that do get parts from like places like AliExpress.
I think Mike might be the.
Yeah.
Well, what's your experience, Mike? Have you had good experience with AliExpress and all those ones?
Yeah, it's true.
Timu and stuff?
I know a mate of ours, and he was making some parts for a drone, and then what he did is he bought in bulk in case there was a couple that weren't so good, and bought a couple of parts, so that way that if there was like something wrong on one of them, that's okay. You can use it for the parts of that into something else. New Zealand has inventors, but that like pizza. Yeah, that's very kind.
There you go.
Nate says, okay. Mike says, nah, never been to one of the Rocket Lab launches. I did see one of the SpaceX launches a few days back. Oh, over in the States, right? Very cool. Yeah, nice.
Wow. What was it like? It must have been cool.
Must have been epic. Mike's had good experiences with AliExpress, thousands of orders over many years.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. So there you go. So thumbs up for Mike. So there you go. Yeah. So yeah. Was that mixed reviews on that one?
There's our review and then there's Mike's review.
Yeah. So yeah, it's all good. I guess Mike was more luckier than we were. Dan says New Zealand has split ends and crowded house. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but we don't talk about them.
No, because they're always crowded, so you can't get in. Yeah. But yes, no, Lordy, yeah, for sure.
Lordy.
Yeah, all good things. You don't see it around these days.
Have you ever seen Lord?
No, haven't seen it.
No, never seen
it. Flight of the Conchords. Oh yeah. Jermaine and what's the other guy? Brett and Jermaine. Yeah.
We have met Reese Darby before. He's pretty cool.
He was all good. Yeah, seems like a pretty stand-up guy.
Which is the character that plays Murray, by the way.
Murray, yeah.
Yeah.
But he wasn't being a band manager. He was just being himself, not.
It's just being Reese Darby.
It's just being Reese Darby. Nate says he's $23 shipping. Oh right, okay. I guess if you're getting a couple items, it'd be right. For sure. Nice. And hopefully Mike had a great safe travels back from the US. Yeah, it sounds like he was having a good time over there.
Yeah, sounds like it. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, different. What do you call them? Theme parks he was visiting, I think. Looked cool. Hopefully it was a good one. Yeah, Murray's hilarious, says Dan. For the US buyers, all might tack on a fee, I believe. Oh, yeah. Tack on a bit of a fee for those sorts of things. Yeah, for sure. But yeah.
That's right, eh? And then that turn. A bit more that way, but doesn't matter.
Should be okay, I think. You can still go right, you still can go left. There you go. What Richard's talking about is the wheel. He's managed to put it on while we've been talking. There you go. And it's still got suspension. Ding, 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 ding. So you might have to put a bigger, stronger rubber band on that, but I think it'll be all right for this stage in time.
Yeah. When Rhys Darby does stand-up comedy, he has another character. I can't remember. Something about like a ranger.
Yeah,
Like a Hot Ranger 69 or something like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty cool dude.
I don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to impersonate Rhys Darby, but he's pretty cool dude. Nate says, all right. Yeah, he's talking about the shipping. Yeah, for sure. So are you going to put a Nylox on the top, Richard?
That was the general.
That's the plan. So it's got the bolts going through the bottom, through that plate that we designed on Livestream, and then it goes through the bottom, and then we're going to put Nylox on the top. And since that's going to be where the battery is going to sit for flight, we'll put something over the top, perhaps, so it doesn't puncture one of the lipos.
Yeah, that'd be terrible.
That would be sad to see a flaming 3D printed plane.
Spectacular.
Apparently, Dan says New Zealand makes killer meat pies. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure about pies. But I have, when we were little, on a random story for you, when we were very, very little, primary school or something like that, they took us to a pie factory, and they got us, I remember at the end of it, you can see them making their pies, and at the end of it, all the kids got a pie each. So that was our...
That's your big pie story, is it?
Big pie story. And there's a place close to here where we do some of our boat testing called Pie Here.
Which has got nothing to do with pies.
Nothing to do with pies, but there's a sign that says there's pies here and pie here. Nate says, I found on GetFPV, there's an Emax tiny kit, red and white. It's 144. Nice. It's got goggles and everything. Nice, man.
You want to put the last one in? You can put the last one in.
Yeah, is there
Oh,
another
this you want to put it? Yeah, we'll pass it on. I'll put the last one in.
So we're
you
using
you can put the Nylox in.
25 mil.
At least it's not moving anyway.
Yeah, it's not moving so much. I don't think we'll need to put epoxy on it. It'll be just unnecessary.
Yeah. Any ideas about how we should put the other ones on?
We can use a bolt to a degree, but you can't really use the bolt too much. So maybe we have to use a bit of epoxy and a bit of a bolt. We drill the holes and do it that way.
Righto, I'm down.
Yeah, sounds good.
So the idea of this particular live stream, by the way, is
To get these legs
these legs on, so then that way we can move these boxes out of the way, and we can actually put them to use.
Yeah, for sure. And and then we'll be that much closer to setting this one on flying. Happy says, Get FPV is a good place. He's had good experiences. I ordered them and fast shipping. Good price. Nice.
I think we've used them a bit.
Yeah. Well, we've ordered parts from them.
You're talking about shipping from the US to here, but we have used them.
Yeah, for sure. I believe Pyrojone is another one, and that's based in California, where Arnold Schwarzenegger lives. Oh, where Nate lives as well. There you go.
Maybe the neighbours.
Could be neighbours. Yeah. Apparently, Arnold Schwarzenegger has lots of donkeys and those sorts of things. So if you get woken up in the morning with the sounds of eeyore. No, yeah. I guess you can ride donkey, can you? I don't know if they go that as fast as say a horse, but they can carry mules and those sorts of things can carry a lot of weight. Dan says Pyrojone's good.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'll put the Nylox in.
We'll check this out. Oh, I'll do that. You can check these other things in.
What things?
That going. Try that. Yeah, Pyrojone.
Yeah, I think. Have we used Pyrojone? I think so.
I think
once
so.
or twice.
I think once or twice.
Yeah.
Great.
How many do you need?
There's just 4 this stage. Nice. Okay, so just trying to put those nuts on.
How many have you got? One.
I got one. You got three?
Oh, three, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And how's Dan's R2 going? Did he get that finished in the end, or was it still on the nearly finished list?
How's C3PO going there, Mike? Have you dived into him, finished him off?
Dan's just got down to negative 32 degrees here last night. How's summer in New Zealand? We are in the rainy season at the moment. Kind of flooding season, so not so good for some people. Some people on holiday didn't make it.
Didn't go so well for them.
Didn't go so well for them. But generally speaking, other than the rain, yeah, it's
pretty good.
It's pretty good. But yeah, it's still raining outside at the moment. But yeah, not so good for those people, and yeah, thinking of their families and all that. But yeah, other than that. Yeah, well, you do see the odd sun, so we can go outside sometimes. But it's a funny old thing in New Zealand. The weather is always a funny thing. And last year was pretty much rain most of the year. It's kind of not so good. Other years it's been like we've had like a drought most of the year. So that was just kind of random maybe. I guess they call it wild New Zealand, right? So that lives up to the name, I guess. R2's is slow this week. Too much work. It's got to be done, man. It's got to be done.
What? R2 or the work?
Well, R2's, yeah, ultimately. Ultimately, R2 comes slightly ahead of the work, but, the work has to be done too. But yes, he's coming along with his bolts. Maybe we can bring the camera in for that so you can see what he's doing. Just for a second. There you go, can you turn that on?
I can try. That one.
Oh, here you go.
Here we go. So that's what we're working on. Yeah, you probably won't see anything now because I put my hand in the way.
It's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get the idea of what he's doing?
Trying to do.
Oh, it's just looking at the floor now. Hang on.
Yeah, that's just your legs, Harry.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, anyway.
Nope, not that one.
Let me jump up to the other one.
Nate says for around sort of, 143 something? Yeah, Tony would kept goggles by Beta FPV. It's called this, how would you say that? Cetus X.
Looks really cool. Nice.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, I think we were looking at that on the last live stream. Nice. Alrighty. Do you need a hex wrench or anything?
I can grab it.
Okay.
You grab. Put the other one on in.
Hey?
You can hit the other one on.
Oh, yeah, sure. Which one on?
I don't know, both.
Which one?
I don't know. Right.
This one first, or do you want to go?
I don't know. You just do it. Do it. Doesn't matter which one. Oh, not that one. For some reason. What do we say here? He's trying to gain some subscribers so he can go live. Yeah, that's right, yeah.
It'll be different.
Different lives. What kind of stuff are you aiming to do?
Yeah, what are you aiming to do?
What are you aiming to do? Are you there's lots of different options out there. I think is it 500? It might be like 500 subscribers or something, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Everybody's got their own thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Different styles and stuff. And before coming on this live stream, I was watching Happy RC's video, I think it was, the episode, I guess you'd say, about Was it a? It was a glider, I think. Yeah, it was a glider. So was it a yellow glider?
It was a yellow one with his hashtag on it. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Okay, so thanks for tuning into the live stream. We are working on the Coaxial.
Cool.
Nice.
Nice, it's working.
Coming along anyway.
Can you tighten this one up? Oh, I can do it.
Okay.
Maybe that back one. Okay, so just got to tighten them all up now. Okay.
Back
yeah.
one?
Yeah, cool. Okay, so it's coming along now nicely. Thanks for joining on the live stream, everyone. And if you are just joining us on the live stream, we are busy in the workshops up there. That's pretty fun enough. And, yeah, it's fun. If you just join us on the live stream now, we are in the workshop on YouTube and TikTok at the moment, and you can decide which one you want to watch. But if I could choose one of the two, I'd say YouTube, just because we got more sort of camera angles and stuff. And we are working on the Coaxial concept RC aircraft, and this is based on the design from Crimson Skies, and it's got 2 dual motors at the back and a push-push form. That's our design, inspired from that game.
Yeah, it's live from that game. Oh, I can imagine. What is it? The top one, is it? Top left.
So, nice.
You can read those comments.
Yep. Thanks a lot. Thanks for joining. Happy says, thanks guys. It's a fun plane called a DLG, Discuss Launch Glider. So fun. Yeah, that's right. You actually threw it really well from memory. Like it was just I don't know if you'd practiced, but that was an amazing throw. All good? Yeah. He said YouTube, YouTube is where it happens in full HD. I guess it kind of is really. Yeah, it's cool.
Happy with that?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
I think so.
which one?
Maybe the back one?
Yeah. And the angles are right? They can see what's going on? Or do I need to swap the angle?
No, I think it's all good.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And what cameras are you using to shoot your episodes in, Happy? Are you using like something like a GoPro or say a Sony camera, like something that we use? We use sort of a combination of those two.
Maybe like that, actually?
Yeah, it's fine. And then maybe that front one.
Front one again.
So it's quite hard to get the balance right between how you want to shoot it. You know, some people strap when they're like flying stuff, they strap like a GoPro to their head, like a band cam or helmet cam, as it were.
Is that cool?
It seems to work quite well for some people.
Maybe.
You think so? Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so we'll just have a look, show you what we've done on that one. Just flip that
Where'd
camera.
that go?
What was it?
Did something fall off.
We'll pick it up later on.
I'll bring you in closer. Thanks very much for joining in the live stream. All right.
Okay.
He's using a phone, is what he's using. Fair enough.
Nice.
It jumped out of focus then for a second.
That's it. Jump
No,
over
it's
to-
back into focus. All right, makes sense.
Then they can see what we're doing.
Okay, so yeah.
There you go. That's the bolts are done. And we'll bring the camera up there so you can kind of see.
All right, nice.
Nice.
Good stuff. Okay,
So it's the front on, I think.
which one?
It's the front on it.
We can. There we go. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, so that's the nose done. So we've got the
No, we're making progress. Nice.
making some good progress. We've got.
And how are we going to do the back?
Yeah, we're gonna put that pin through and then glue it in properly. And that way it's all done. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool, right? Thanks everyone for joining in on the stream. And yeah. what sort of phone is it? Like a Samsung or an iPhone?
I get some epoxy if you need that. Do you need epoxy, would you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'll grab some gloves too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. Cool. Nice. And yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's what we're doing, and Harry's going to grab some glue at the moment, and this is what we're making. This is the aircraft. Just so you can see it. It's a bit hard to see over there. There we go. It's Coaxial concept RC aircraft that we came up with based on Crimson Skies.
Well, I'll take on it.
Our take on it, yeah. But yes, completely custom aircraft design there. And we've got, for that video he was using, was the older Insta360 Go 3S.
Oh.
Very fancy. I've since upgraded to the Go Ultra.
Nice.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, it's quite
Mini
good.
cams mainly.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
Full scale, but yeah, cool.
I use a phone for my bench videos, and phones can work really well. Yeah, provided I guess if you've got enough memory on your phone.
yeah, that's always a problem.
All right.
So just mixing up some epoxy for this. Is there a special way of doing this? Not really.
No, I think it's just mix up the 5-minute epoxy and you're good, right? Yeah, nice. Okay, so is it long enough or too long? Or are you just gonna leave it like that? That's probably all right. So
Yeah.
don't cut it. Yeah. Okay. Do you what do you use, Happy, when you're like if you're going to put a camera on the drone or plane? Have you ever mounted a camera on the aircraft, which is always quite cool? I know we've got a couple of different ways. Like sometimes we use the GoPro Session that we use sometimes quite a lot with it.
If it's a bigger plane.
If it's a bigger plane, or if it's one of the world's largest 3D printed.
Oh, you just put anything on it.
You can just just check on what you like.
Doesn't matter.
So weight's not really an issue on that one. But yeah, do you have a preference? I know that we've used a couple of different options in the past, but yeah, there's nothing ever like perfect. But I guess you're talking about with the Insta360 Go might be quite good.
Yeah, I always thought a 360 camera might be pretty cool.
Yeah. And that says he also tries his best on YouTube. Yeah. It's,
I always do it, man. Everybody.
No, he's just talking about it in general. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So I think it's where it's at. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with say bag the other guys off like Instagram or TikTok, but yeah, it's
We do like that.
we like all of it. Yeah, it's cool. And Happy says it's nothing like getting the video cut short with a full memory. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty harsh.
And his old phone had an SD card. It's like, oh, that's right. It had 1 terabyte card.
Oh wow, okay.
It's built-in memory. Okay, yeah. Well, the cool thing about the like an SD card is you can just like whip it out and chuck in a new one, right? Not so easy if it's a built-in job, but it's cool though.
What do you think? All good? Epoxy on them?
Yeah, I think
Happy
it's
days?
done. Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
After all, at the end of the day, it's meant to spin, right? And Happy says the Insta360 Go 3S. What a name, by the way. It works well for mounting on drones and planes.
Cool.
Maybe something we could
Maybe down the line.
maybe down the line, so maybe we can look into.
Because they're quite light, aren't they? The little fellas.
Yeah. Nate was saying that his phone's kind of old. Yeah, but I mean, whatever gets the job done, right?
Yeah.
You don't have endless funds. Nobody does.
No. If it does the job, then it's a good thing by me.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of gluing there, so that's okay.
Okay, so what we've got, the functions we've got is it's got the ability to turn a little bit, not too much, not overdoing it, and it's got the ability to be able to
suspension,
and
that's
obviously
the
it's got the ability to be a wheel.
Yeah, it's a wheel, TPU wheel.
Wheel first and foremost.
Okay, so what are we going to do now? We're going to try and turn it around and do the back version? Upside down, I guess? Upside down would be the best thing.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, okay.
So just make sure we don't touch. Maybe put some tape on them so they don't.
Tape over here?
Yeah. So you got some
Where's
tape?
my masking tape? I had it before.
It's over here. There it
There
is.
you go. But yes, hope you guys are enjoying the stream. We appreciate you guys tuning up. And all good. Nate says, how did you guys hit so many subscribers? We didn't hit anybody. No, I know what you mean. How did we get so many subscribers? Oh, there's a lot more people out there with way more subscribers than we do. Yeah. So we're definitely not the biggest one on the internet for sure. There's
I mean, even Happy RC's got a sizable.
heaps, yeah.
Heaps, yeah.
Yeah. So there's no. That's a kind of a tricky question, that one, to answer. Yeah, because it's not really about necessarily how many you have. It's just the people you make these videos for. Is the way I think of it.
Yeah,
and if people appreciate it, that's cool.
He says, Happy says that he uses most of his videos on his YouTube from his phone. There we go.
Nice. Last April, I spent a couple. I can't quite read from here.
A couple of dollars on a nice camera with
Nice.
a nice zoom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with the planes, right? Because you really need like a super zoom. Like we were talking about one with the rodeo, right? They had a super zoom to get into the action of like the bull riders and whatnot.
Yeah, for
So you really do, certainly with the aircraft like you're talking about, standing on the ground looking up. Otherwise, it's just a dot up there, right?
Yeah. Otherwise, I guess even, there's always something to improve, isn't it? There's the latest and greatest thing, isn't it? There's always something
You
better.
never stop getting better, right?
Never stop stopping. Who said that? Was it quote
Andy Sandberg, I think.
from some movie, I can't remember.
Never stop stopping. That's what it's called.
Was that the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There you go. I only saw it once.
Yeah.
Wasn't my favourite movie, but
It's a movie.
It's a movie, yeah.
Okay, so this is where we're at in this particular plane's situation. So we've got the wheel attached now. It's all designed on the live stream on YouTube, and now we're working on the back.
I'm gonna flip it upside down, you reckon?
Maybe roll it that way.
Oh, yeah. I'll turn these around. So
Oh, you're gonna do it this way.
I was gonna put it.
Okay, so you're gonna put it to the propeller to the back, yeah?
Yeah, that way that people can see.
And Dan says, I have 101 subs. Woohoo! That's pretty cool, man.
Nice. Nice. Very cool.
Very, very cool. All good?
I think so. Was that cool? Cool.
All right, so what do we need to do to make this a reality? So we've got a couple of problems. Well, not problems, but more like something to be aware of. So the cables themselves, there's a main strut that runs down here, which is the carbon fiber rod.
Is it a camera rod?
Yeah.
All right, I'll flip the camera so you can see closer. Where's the split screen one?
Down the bottom of the page. Right down the bottom. Keep going down.
one?
Keep going down.
Keep getting it.
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah, like top and bottom or horizontal, yeah.
Did it miss the whole
Did it miss
concept?
everything, did it?
Missed everything.
It missed everything, did it?
Hang on, I'll change the view. Oh, that's all right.
That's not too bad.
It's
We can work with that.
We can work with that.
I just moved this slightly. Is that cool? Like that?
Yeah, we can work with that.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, we can work with it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So I'm here waving. You can see my hand on the other. That's pretty weird. That's
Yeah.
not normal. Okay, so we've got a main strut that runs along here. There's a carbon fiber rod, and we have another a piece that runs here into the main fuselage, which is, by the way, the aircraft's upside down.
Yeah. This would probably normally be the normal place to be, but no, this is an upside down.
So yeah, so the servo is actually inverted upside down. So we're gonna, hopefully all going well, use that servo because you acting as a rudder to steer that while it's on the ground. That's the plan at this stage.
Plan
again.
Sam. Happy says, yeah, zoom is so fun. My nice camera can see a plane pretty well. at say 10 to 12 feet away
Okay.
if the weather's good.
What kind of zoom was
films
it?
a sky
12 zoom. 12 times zoom was it?
Yeah, 12. 12 feet. Yeah,
Sweet.
nice. 12 kilometers. Maybe is meaning. Must be feet. No, not sure. Dan says he'd sub to Happy. Yeah, for sure. By all means. Yeah. Absolutely. Happy says I can't even.
Hang on,
why am I
already.
out of the? Why am I out of the frame?
Harry
It's just Richard.
Harry Rich's secret to subs are stuff like regular schedules, high quality audio. Okay. Well, there you go.
Friendly,
It's
enjoyable vibe.
it's so secret that I didn't even know about it.
Oh, thanks.
Cheers, man. Thanks.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess it's not really.
Not really a
It's
secret now.
not like something that we're aware of.
No. It's just you just do your best and whatever you do in life. Yeah, for sure.
Alrighty.
So what do you reckon? Are we going to drill holes to here?
So
or-
that is a better placement, right?
but then the cable's going to be in the way.
But the cable's going to be a bit. That is ideal spot right there, right? Look at that. That looks sexy, but that doesn't. See, the cables are right there, so you wouldn't want to go. You wouldn't want to screw into that.
No, that would
not
be
good. Not good.
Happy says 12,000 feet. I can hear the disappointment. No, that's cool, man. Yeah, like Nate says, 12's a lot. The shell.
12,000 feet. I think we jumped out of a parachute at 12,000 feet. Didn't we?
I'm not sure exactly, but we did jump out.
It wasn't 1,000 feet.
No, we're still here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So
I don't think you can put it there.
it'd be nice to do though.
Yeah, if you were going to do that, we'd have to pull the cable back out. Where is the thing?
Could we do that?
Where's the other rod? Here.
There's one rod here. Oh, is there another rod?
There's two rods.
Oh, yeah. Okay. My bad. Okay, so there's one rod here, and then there's another rod going through here. Plus that, there's an outlet hole for that, right?
Yeah, just there.
Interesting. Do you reckon you could? I mean, that would work. Just weird. We're not doing that.
Oh, this way, you reckon? No. That would be bizarre.
That is just weird. Like that.
Bizarre.
Does that look? No, it just doesn't even look right.
What? Don't you want it over this then? I don't really mind. So, what do you guys reckon? Inside or outside? Inside of the thing or outside? Happy says, thanks. This planned project is gonna fly. Can't wait. Oh, cheers, man. Thanks. Yeah, nice. Very cool. My fingers are crossed too. Hang on, the camera's over there.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool
Why is he
though.
doing that? Hang on, I'll just move that camera. That way. There you go.
It's weird that you bend it the opposite way to where you'd think it would be.
No, it's a mirror thing. But
Okay.
yes, thanks so
for
much
sharing the
for tuning in. Thanks for sending the likes and the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
What does it say in the rodeo? Make some noise by sending some thumbs up.
They didn't say the thumbs up bar, but yeah.
They just say make some noise.
Okay, what do you guys reckon? So inside or outside?
Inside or outside?
Okay, so Dan thinks wheelbase would be better outside, wider. Yeah, he's reckoning wider. That's a good point. Better, more stable. Good thoughts.
There's a
Nate
lot.
says Ormo drones. I mean, not quite sure what Nate was meaning there. Maybe we have to sit back for that. Dan says, but more weight outboard too. That's trade-off. Yes.
Makes it easier though.
Does make it easier, and then we don't run into problems. So maybe we'll just go with the easier. What do they say? Do it once, do it 3 times, do it again, and then maybe don't do it.
and then when...
They wish they had done the first option. And
Oh, why did I do that?
What was he thinking?
What was I thinking? Nobody ever says that publicly though.
No, outside and wider. Nice. Outside and wider. That's what it's nice.
Okay.
Gotcha. Good.
Outside Is outside the new inside, is it?
Yeah. Okay, no, what do you reckon, Richard? I'm saying outside.
All right.
I'll go with the flow.
Go with the flow, yo.
Yeah.
Okay, are you going to do it lining up with that?
Yeah. I mean, there's no right.
There's no real rules for this.
No, it's just she'll be right out.
She'll be right, man.
And then yeah.
You might even be accidentally screwed into that rod.
No, it
So it lines up with that.
Does it?
I'll get a ruler. Hang on. Please hold.
Just get a really long ruler. We've got some. Nate says also need help repairing his drone. Oh, maybe that's a good something happened to it. Dan says 12,000 feet is 3.65 kilometers. That's pretty far, isn't it?
Yep, it lines straight up with it. Look at that.
Nate says because like it's not flying, and after I changed the propellers, are the propellers on the right way around? The propellers always, if it's a drone, let's say we're facing forward, the propeller shape always cuts inwards, and at the back they cut outwards, unless you're doing it the outwards way, which they would do the complete opposite of that. We're talking about this. Yeah, so at the front, they always cut inwards. Well, if you're doing the inwards way, and then these ones cut inwards.
You can do it in reverse.
You can do it the opposite way too.
But they just have to be consistent.
Just have to be consistent with what you do.
Or what you choose to set it up as.
Yeah. Happy says, Pilot Ryan RC once said, if a little glue is good, then a little more is better. Love it. Yeah. More is always better, yeah. Yeah, it's a good idea, right? Dan says, yeah, if it's not working after changing props, you probably put them on the wrong way. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Great minds think alike.
It's easy
to do, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slight oversight, easy to do.
Yeah, minor. If anything, that's a good thing, because then
you know what's wrong.
Fix. It's just an easy fix. That's all good. It's not something like a major thing, like a motor or something, or a bell, or ESCs or something.
Or some kind of weird tune or something.
Some weird tune or something. So yeah, so if anything, that's a good news, if that's the problem.
What screw are we going to use for that?
Well, we don't want one so large that goes right through.
What?
We don't want one that goes all the way through to the other side of the wing. We just want a little bit of penetration in there to the structure, but not too much.
Okay. Right.
Like a 6mm or something like that?
Hey. I don't know if I mean, what would be a suitable one?
No, just use a 6mm bolt, wouldn't you?
A 6mm bolt.
Do
we have one of those?
No, you just like an M3 or something like that.
Okay. Do you have one over there? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, should we just go down here?
Yay!
Okay, thanks for joining in. If you want to continue on, head over to our YouTube channel. It's on live now.
What do you reckon, M3, Richard? Do you want to go M3 screw or do you want to go M3 bolt?
Hey?
Do you want to go M3 screw or M3 bolt? What do you reckon? It's not really for, it's more of a thing of strength.
Yeah, so normally, we have just used glue in the past for these wheels, but not always the best just to use the glue method for wheels, specifically, right?
And we've done them with 3M as well,
yeah.
What do you reckon? Did you want to put a screw in it?
Nate says there's like numbers on them, and like letters, and there is only like one long propeller you put on the drone. Interesting. What sort of drone? Has it got 4 blades, or has it got more than that? Each blade should be about the same size as the other one. They should be pretty even, like 1, 2, 3, 4, or you could have 8 or more.
Yeah.
Depends really, but yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes they have like a little L on them or a little R, and that's just saying whether it's right hand or left hand or counterclockwise. It's just talking about the pitch. But basically the pitch should be attacking the inside. So think of it like you're sort of going like that.
Like a roundhouse.
Like a roundhouse kick or something.
From the karate world.
From the karate world. All right, you've got Okay.
What do you want? Did you want to use just like a bolt, like an M3 bolt? Because you only just need a little bit of penetration. The idea is that you get some penetration in there, put the glue into it, and then like that, Richard. Put a glue. Put those in first.
Yeah, but
Glue
just
it.
keep in mind that there's a thing there, right?
Okay. Do we need to put like a ruler down?
Yeah. So that way we don't.
I can
go
get
into
the.
bolt. Okay. I can get it.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, there's a ruler here.
No, the big ruler.
That's not long enough.
I'll just get the big one for now, just so I can line it up as a basic rule of thumb, and then.
You won't be able to, but
I was thinking if I turned it over.
that's not really going to help on that side, though, is it?
Yeah. But yes, hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream, and at the moment I'm seeing in both cameras here. It's kind of weird, but yes.
Here you go. Can you roll that up? Cool.
I guess a
Maybe
pencil.
Insta, is it?
Hey.
Insta?
Yeah. Or face.
That should be 2, isn't it?
Hey.
Shouldn't that be 2? Yeah. Alright, so what's happening?
Okay. What do you reckon? If I flip it up the other way, then I could put a line there. Oh, just trying to get it so we don't drill into one of the spans when we do this. Which would be disappointing after we spend all the time making it look good. And structurally sound, we don't really want to break it. Okay. Which line does it follow, Richard?
Hey?
Which line does it follow? Does it follow the line of the contours of the ship?
Yeah.
Does it follow that line?
Pretty much. Yeah. Pretty
Pretty
much.
much.
Pretty much, yeah. If you just joined live, we are on YouTube and Instagram, and we're working on the Coaxial concept RC aircraft. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, so there you go. You good?
Yeah, just trying to get it to line it up straight.
Okay, cool. And what,
Can you move this back a little bit?
which one?
The whole.
Which one?
The whole.
Oh, the whole
Desk.
table. Okay,
Yeah.
ready?
Yeah. Good.
Poke it forward, maybe. Right.
Yeah, just so it doesn't get in the way.
Slide back on us. Yep.
Yeah.
You don't want that. That would be terrible. Okay. Yeah. And does everybody have any plans that we're going to do on our weekend outside of obviously the live stream? Like, I don't know, maybe going to some kind of RC event or
Could be.
something else. There could be some kind of event happening that
We don't know about.
we don't know about.
Can you measure there, Richard?
Right?
Just measure from the tail of this one. Just measure from the tail to that one. And then when we measure on the other side, I'll get the right spacing.
Yeah. Hang on a second. Hang on. Yep.
I'll just bring it in there. Just measure from that part there to there. And then I should be able
So
to do
there
that.
you mean that one.
Oh, sure. Somewhere like that.
And say
Right in the middle of it, I guess.
75.
75?
Yeah.
Oops.
75. Yeah.
75, so when I flip it over, it should be 75 from the back.
Happy says 1 copter, 2 helicopters, 3 tricopter, 4 quadcopters, 6 hexcopters, 8 octocopter, and 10 complete headache.
It's clever.
I always thought if you had multiple propellers, I always thought if you had like say I don't know, say it was like a hexcopter or something like that you'd be like, oh, that's all good. But actually, you could have like a redundant one, so it wouldn't actually affect the aircraft, as it were. But actually, no, it
all affects.
it all affects it. So yeah, it's not like there's a redundant one and it will cover it. I guess on some aircrafts it might be able to
Like if
keep
it was
it up.
like a hex or something, or like an octocopter.
But
like
normally-
and one blew up, say, you could carry on with the others and land.
Yeah, that's the idea. But I think in reality, it's actually you need all of them.
It does start spinning, or
It loses its nut. He said apparently Abby says that the swap meet was cancelled, but he's still got church tomorrow. Okay, well, hope that all goes well.
yeah, for sure. Nice. Measure
70.
from there to there. 70 mil, you said, eh?
75, yeah,
75.
about there.
And then about there.
Sorry?
Cool. And then I'll just put a line from there to there. And that way we don't drill into it. Okay, cool. About there-ish.
Ish. It's just a guide.
Well, it's thereabouts, yeah.
What are you doing? Alright, so come there, about there.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll be on this side.
It's only that section that we worry about. And the same thing with that side.
Okay.
Where is it? On yours?
About there.
In the line? I didn't see it now.
Just there.
There.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Cool. You got them?
I think so.
Okay, so I think that should be all good.
Cool.
All right. We're making good progress.
Yeah. What's he says? What's the comments? Happy says, do you think you guys will ever build an aircraft you can ride? Now, that is
Where's this there?
That is exactly what
great idea.
What will inspire to do that.
Yeah.
No, absolutely want to do it.
Yeah, it sounds.
But obviously, the catches, of course, is you got to do it legally.
Yeah, legally is the key.
So, I mean-
Safety is always paramount, and you
What-
always want the
also-
T's and C's from like CAA and all that.
CAA and stuff. You want them all to be ticked off. You don't want to have any implications from
Yeah.
doing something incorrectly. So
No, that's fine.
yes.
And
So
we'll-
within the constraints of what you're allowed,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 thumbs up, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
What kind of aircraft
Would you suggest?
would anyone like to see us fly ourselves within reason that we can legally do, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And Nate says to follow all your advice.
Nice.
Nice. For sure.
There's lots of restrictions there for experimental aircraft. Are there lots of restrictions?
There. Oh, over here. Yeah, you meaning for experimental aircraft?
There is a list, yes.
There is a list, but yeah, it's just like
What you would say is it's something that would be inspiring to do.
yeah.
But it's not going to be like a overnight kind of thing. We have to sort of work towards it, go through the licenses and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But you got to keep everybody happy. That's what it's all about. So, yeah.
I was saying that, just saying that right now.
Sounds
the jetpack, which is the one that we're making, which is the drone pack, actually goes along that borderline, doesn't it?
it's staying with the
It's within the class
of
of what you're allowed and still meeting the requirements. So I guess technically yes is the answer.
yes. There you go. That should be fine then, Richard. If we just move it back a little bit.
Okay, forward
Yeah.
a bit, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, what aircraft should we make, guys, for full size?
Yeah.
Regardless of restrictions. What would you like?
Other than the one that we're making.
Other than the one that we're making, which is pretty cool, which is the jetpack. What
Other one.
What other one would you like us to make? If we could.
If we had the opportunity.
If we had the opportunity, right?
Yeah. What do you reckon, like that?
Yeah.
Can the
Yeah.
camera see? From where we're
You guys can see what we're doing, eh?
Yeah.
It's quite cool with 2 slides like that, eh?
I don't know. Do they like two slides? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
I like it. Okay, so
Okay.
we'll punch 2 holes through that. And then what do you reckon, M3 through that?
You can put the bolts in, then come back and do what? Some glue when you glue it in?
Oh, well, yeah, we'll punch the 2 holes and then we'll make our way back through it. What do you
Okay.
reckon, like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1, 2, M3 size, a little bit longer.
Like that size.
Oh, I'm not sure if it needs to be that, but
That's
be a little less.
It's a 16th A 16. What do you got?
Oh, 60 might be okay.
That's what I used previously.
How come I sit down and I disappear from the camera? Hang on, there you
He's
go.
invisible.
I'm invisible. Happy says here in the US the FAA is pretty chill if you're flying it yourself without passengers and away from houses or other people. Oh, that's nice. Nice. That makes life a lot easier. But
Everybody's different.
every country's different.
They got their own spin on it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's probably because somebody wrecked it in the past. They got
Yeah,
messed themselves
probably.
up.
Yeah, probably did something they shouldn't have done, which is a shame. But,
So I guess there is a reason why the rules. I know there's one guy that you know how in most countries in New Zealand we've got the Auckland Harbour Bridge, which is something that's large enough for ships to go under. There was one guy on his last day.
he was in the Air Force, wasn't he?
On his last day of having a license, he took a Cessna and he flew under the bridge.
Oh, okay.
So, and then obviously his license was taken off him, but epic for 20 seconds.
Yeah, he had fun. Yeah, there you go.
But he did it.
He did it, and he that's what he put on. He put that statement.
He did that statement. Would you do it? Would you ever fly under a bridge in your own aircraft? That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd definitely do it
If it was allowed.
If it was allowed and you could do it.
Yeah. A flying boat. Happy thought. Seems pretty cool, and you guys have a lot of water nearby. Yeah, we do. It's an interesting idea. Flying boat.
That's pretty cool, man.
Cool, man.
We'll put some thought into it.
Have you seen the guy who builds and flies a homemade plane from carbon? Are you talking about Peter Stripple? I think you might be.
His team, yeah.
Yeah,
Good team.
good team, and his dad has quite a. If you're talking about the same guy, his dad helps out a lot on that channel, which is great to see. Family doing that and brothers and all that sort of thing. Well, here's my brother helping me out.
Yeah, You can't do it by yourself.
No, you can't do it when you're doing it.
Certainly not at that scale.
When you're doing it at that scale, you do need a whole army of people, which is cool.
It was pretty cool. I think if we're talking about the same one, he eventually, I think he did 2 episodes on it. The second one, he towed it behind his car.
Yeah, I think somebody gave him a tow pull. He wasn't getting enough propulsion, which is a bit of a shame. But he had, if we're talking about the same guy, he had was it a coaxial? Configure it.
Yeah. Push,
two at the front.
Push.
He gave it a pull. He pulled it behind the car, gave it a bit more of a kick because he didn't have enough thrust, which was a bit of a shame.
Just a little low on power.
A little bit low. So I wonder if it was,
It'd be quite good to see if he got more of a kick, like more power in his engine.
Power. Maybe you need to go up.
Yep, that's the one apparently.
I flew with Peter last Saturday at an indoor fly. He's super cool. He seems like a pretty cool dude. All good things.
Is he gonna do like a cameo on your show?
Yeah, could do.
Should ask him for like a shout out or something there, Happy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well, he's doing it quite a while now, right?
Yeah, he's been doing it for quite a while, for sure. He's always got cool dogs. Very cool dogs.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Punch these through.
Okay, so I got this
And
right.
then we'll do M3. Yeah, it's cool.
You could probably even close that one down there.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Do you think?
Yeah, no worries. See you on the next one.
Just swipe the screen out of there. All good?
I think so.
That's those screws.
Yeah, what size are you going to go with?
Well, these are 3 at the moment, but you might want to go smaller so that it gets a bit more grip.
Okay, yeah, and then force it through. Give it a bit more of adhesion.
And I'll just make it so it's tighter. Try it.
Yeah, for sure. All good? I think 4 bolts should do the job. M16, we need no, that's too big. Do you want to go smaller? Do you want to go down? No, 25, 16. We'll go 16. I think 16 is too long.
He's too cool for my channel. If he
Oh.
did a shout out, it would fry my little channel. And he didn't do any filming, he's just flying and chatting.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't know. The shout out's always cool.
Yeah, for sure. Hanging out.
Yeah, I'll put it over there.
Oop. How long is this?
I guess we gave Happy a shout out.
Yeah. And Dan, if he's still watching, give him a shout out too. Check out his channel. And Nate, for sure.
And Mike.
And Mike, yeah, Mike's got a very cool channel where he's makes R2D2 C3PO. Is
BB-8.
walking- BB-8. Very cool. What do you reckon? Too long?
Hey?
What do you think? Too long? I don't want to like punch it all the way through.
Oh, yeah.
Could go down a little bit.
Which one was that one?
That's a 16. This
Oh,
one.
okay. That's that packet. Yep, he's still there. Cool, man.
Nice.
Are we enjoying the stream, everyone?
Yeah, hopefully you guys are. 16, what have you got? Well,
This
maybe
is-
a little bit too short. What's
This
that?
is 6.
Can we go higher than that?
Nope.
Can we go between that? We've got a 16, can we go higher? Can't do it, can't do it.
You can go higher. You can go longer. We've got a...
25.
We've got 25s.
Can we do shorter than a 25 but bigger than a,
You asked for too much.
yeah, it's just too much. Hang on. See what-
It says BB-8 would be super cool, says Dan. Can't wrap my head around how the magnets work. Yeah, it's very cool. Mike's the professional BB-8 man. About that guy.
Yeah, very cool. Super. Very cool. Cooler in real life too.
Yeah, if you ever get to meet Mike, he's
for
still
sure.
online. No, I mean in real life.
But yeah.
Very cool.
Oh, we had him on Livestream too.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we could get him back on when he finished. I think he's talking about Wally when he was working Wally.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool.
And I know John was talking about.
Get an update on how it's progressing.
Yeah, for sure.
So this is a 25. You don't want that one.
Oh, we might have to go with a 16, eh? I've got it. What's this one? This one, those hideous screws. We could get rid of them.
Which ones?
Those ugly ones. There's a Phillips head on it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't like them.
Button head. Yeah, he's still there. Cool,
Yeah,
man.
nice. How did you manage to get his head to stay on there, Mike? It was magnets, right?
Were they were they called super Earth magnets? Are they? Super rare Earth magnets.
Yeah. Or did you use electromagnetism? How did you do it? Or was it a trade secret? And that's okay. We don't mind. You know, it's all good.
It's super glue, but that makes no sense. And Wally, yep, says Dan. That'd be fun too.
Sure.
So many droids, so little time. Exactly. And Mike, you also work on that walking robot one, right? Is it kind of like a little two-legged?
Is
he
he
kind of like
is
a?
he-
It's something that walks around Disney.
just Disney Parks, or
Disney Parks, yeah.
or is it the guy from the Star Wars game? From the
The
Jedi
guy
one?
that sits on your shoulder in the game.
Because I saw Tested was making like a puppet one.
Dan says.
What do you
that-
think, Richard? Is that all right? There's a bit of penetration, but not too far.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Dan says the magnet's going to hold it on, but how does it roll? I might be wrong, but I feel it's a bit like the Sparrow, so it works internally. Mike will know. Mike says it's really 6 strong, what are they called? Neo
I'm kind of doing a
medium magnets.
medium magnets. Neonidium magnets.
Neo-
So we might be saying it wrong. Hey, they're not sure. But yes, okay, so 6 of them, eh? Cool. It was very cool to meet BB-8 and R2 at the show.
And obviously you got the C3, BBX, there we go, BDX. Yeah.
BDX, that's the one.
Yeah, he's the guy from the parts. Yeah.
How's that guy getting on? You managed to get him the body all printed out and everything? Because I imagine actually working on the the next part, which would be the programming, would be quite hard to get him to walk and bipedal. It'd be sick to see.
The bipedal part. Does he use some kind of like a flight controller or something like what you might use, or does he? Is it all? It'd have to be, right? Otherwise, he wouldn't know where level was.
I don't know. Well,
Interesting.
either way, it's cool.
It's cool, right? Yeah.
Okay, let's drill.
There's a drill there if you want to use it.
Okay.
All right. We'll just,
Where did I put that? Oh, here we go.
sorted. Is there anything else you want on that one?
No, I don't think so. Dan says is there a big gyroscope spinning inside the BB-8? That's an interesting idea. How can you make an RC ball roll around on all axes? There you go. Interesting problem, eh? I'm not the pro on that one, but Mike definitely is. The Spiro is kind of an interesting guy, so maybe it's based on something like that.
Yeah, I'd imagine it would be. I know that we got something similar. Obviously, on a micro, in no way similar. Like I don't want to. Like it was like a ball like this big. It was called a Sparrow, and that was just effectively like an RC ball that rolled around and you can manipulate it. But I don't want to in any way compare the two between a full-size BB-8 to a little Sparrow.
Yeah,
and I think I'm happy to come up with a pet hamster.
What's that?
A pet hamster. Train them well.
That's a good way. Yeah,
it's you got to be, it takes years of training for that hamster.
Yeah.
You got to train him like left, right.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be quite.
Or it'd get the job done, wouldn't it? I mean, yeah. That's how they would have done it back in the day.
Yeah. Said BB-8. It's like a Sparrow. Okay, so I was on the right track. It's or a hamster wheel, and there's a large lead weight at the bottom that it can be spun.
Lead weight.
Yeah, lead weight to the left and the right, and then in the middle there's a bar that is connected to the motor via the chain, and then obviously the magnets on top for the head, right? Yeah.
Very cool. That's sick. Have we got a screwdriver, Richard? Have we got a Phillips screwdriver with you?
A Phillips one.
This one, yeah.
Like a white one.
Yeah, the white handle. But yes, hopefully you can see me. It's kind of weird seeing myself from different angles. So there you go.
Takes a bit of getting used to, doesn't it?
Yeah. And you can see there, that's in the background. That's the half of the big guy that we're working on this week.
Yes, that's the top section of the VTOL project. That was the episode this week. And Mike says the BDX.
The walking guy, yep.
The walking guy. He has built it.
Nice. All done, including body, motors, and electronics, just software and machine learning to
make it stand. Wow, there you go.
Very cool, man. That's epic.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
I mean, that's something that we've been wanting to do too, like to be able to make something bipedal, right? I guess everybody does, right?
Everybody dreams to want to do that kind of thing.
And obviously,
and the teaching them is pretty cool idea. Very cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I can think of a couple of projects off the top of my head that would be cool to have a bipedal. So if you've got any tips for us how to do it at like a fairly large scale, send them through.
Do you guys, maybe you can read that too.
Happy says, do you guys remember when we were developing guided rockets that had a plug-in, is that what we're saying? Inside would pick on the dot to make the adjustment in flight. Whoa, really? That's cool. And they're kind of like
old school way.
In an old school way. Interesting.
Very cool.
I mean, you'd still have to teach the animal, wouldn't you? Right? He's going to make those corrections in real time. I know that they used to use it for in the world of submarines and stuff. They used to use it for dolphins and stuff.
Yep. Yeah.
So it takes a lot of training to get the animal to listen to you. And obviously they do it for like rats and things like that for like minesweeping and stuff like that.
Oh, we're talking about the hamster thing, yeah.
It's a pigeon, is it? Pigeon.
Oh, yeah. Pigeon. I use pigeons, right? Okay. Had a pigeon inside. They would pick on the door to make the adjustments inside. Amazing.
Okay, and Dan remembers reading about it. Interesting.
There you go.
I didn't know that.
No.
But I mean, you got to be creative, right?
If you want the job done, for sure.
It's a poor little bird, you reckon. But you can imagine the vulnerability in that software, right?
Yeah,
No,
for
yeah,
sure.
for sure, yeah.
Well, I mean, they got.
I guess you'd have to have plus or minus like 3 meters, right?
Well,
You wouldn't want to be doing like small adjustments in flight. You'd be like a little bit. Right?
some of the first RC planes, they were just like one dot up, down,
Yeah,
up.
you
It
do
was
like 3 dots. This was right.
arcade style.
Yeah.
Controls.
There's no like joystick as such.
No, it wasn't like remote control or anything. It was just like
Well,
a
it wasn't.
button.
Yeah, a button. Yeah.
Button that it's
the
basically an arcade. Oh, yeah, there goes $1 million price, because it would have been really expensive then.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Is that the right size, or do I need to go up a size? I might need to go up a size. Yeah. Okay.
Tricky.
I got another one.
But yeah, no, they've been very very forward thinking over the years for sure. Oh, that was that bolt that you dropped. That's a big one.
Sweet.
Found it. Put that one back. It's a big one.
Here you go. Try that one.
Thank you kindly.
I think that goes into the 25 ones. Yeah.
I know when they did like was it R2 from the movie? I thought there was Warwick was inside R2 or for some of it.
The dwarf guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think he does it in the walk, just on the part where he's like sort of hopping along, not so much the rolling part. Dan's asking, Mike, is there a good source for the BB project?
I know they have the
full
builders
full size. Yeah.
I know they have the builders ones on Facebook and all that.
Facebook and stuff, right?
We're part of some of them for sure.
The easiest RC planes were remote later, and they developed the control part. Control lines were pretty cool too.
Control lines, yeah.
And
We did have a control line. We never actually got it out.
And,
Somebody gave it to us once. We couldn't get the motor to start. Or did get it going once.
He's talking about the little glow plug one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it had a terrible start on it.
Oh,
Absolutely shocking.
Yeah.
We only got it fired up once, and then I think it ran out of gas by that time.
Hang on, maybe I'll show this one.
What are you doing?
Just trying to get some pressure on it.
And he's just talking about the particular R2D2 that he's been making.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, all those projects are
It was
pretty
on the I think Dan put it on the Discord, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. You shared it on the Discord, didn't
It
you?
was very cool to see. The colours were great.
Yeah.
That's better. Yeah, getting some penetration there.
Cool. Nice.
Yep.
Okay, so
Where's
at
the
the
next
moment, what he's doing is he's putting some
Bolts
bolts in this
Character.
character. So if you're just joining the live stream, we are ideally doing the final assembly for these legs or landing gear for the Coaxial concept RC aircraft that we've been designing on the channel and on live stream. We've been doing a series on making and designing the landing gear. So hopefully by the end, the goal of this live stream is to get these last wheels attached, ideally.
Yeah.
All going well. So we're done. We just attached the first one, and ideally we'll get these last 2 ones. Have you ever seen an indoor control line plane?
Indoor?
An indoor one.
No.
And he has a video. I have a video of one I need to upload soon. Yeah, cool. We'll check it out. Interesting. No, I've never seen an indoor one. They were kind of like outdoor ones. You wouldn't want to be anywhere near it when you weren't controlling it.
Diabolical machines.
Yeah, and I think you only really sort of land when it's
Well, the ones that we saw.
the ones that we saw originally, once the gas ran out. But of course, as the cockpit or the guy that's standing in the spin top in the middle, he's quite dizzy by the time it runs to the end. But I guess there's no reason why you couldn't do it in modern day time with a battery pack, right?
Yeah. Shut off the power. Like one receiver or something, like a click switch. There's no reason why you couldn't do that.
And Dan says an indoor one could be funnier, just spinning his office chair around
or have the yeah, that's right. Use the office chair as the pivot point. Whee!
Yeah, that would be fun. Is it? Are they the same sort of size as, like, say, the F3P that we use for, like, the motors that we're talking about for, like, say, the wingsuit Mark III design, something like that, something similar? He reckons it's more like a blind man running around with a weed whacker. No.
Nice.
Hey, how's that coming along here, right?
You think? Yeah, just
Tricky?
trying to line it up.
And have you put the screws in the other side?
Hey?
Well, you put the screws in there,
Yeah.
and you got to put them into there, right?
Nope. No, I forgot.
He forgot.
Good point. Oh, well, I didn't go in that far. I was just happy to get the penetration into them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good point. Good point. I better mark these holes.
But there's no reason why you couldn't do it as an indoor one. That would be quite fun. Would you guys like to see us build a control line aircraft at some point? You know, you're talking about the us flying ourselves. Do you think it'd be possible to fly ourselves in control line, like at a mega scale?
Wow,
That'd be super sketchy, wouldn't it? That'd be absolutely terrifying. It was electric, and the line was adjusted a bit smaller for indoor flying in an airplane hangar. It was really cool.
sounds epic. Who's this?
Awesome.
I got you.
All right, let's get it done.
Hey, what do you reckon about there?
Hey?
What do you reckon about there?
Yeah, just line it up with the thing, and then that way you can sort of use the same with this side.
Is that there?
Yeah.
You can put that line on there. Should be all good, eh?
You guys can see, right?
What do you think?
Yeah,
Straight?
it's all good. Yeah.
Is it straight?
Yeah. You good?
I think so.
Then put the wheel in first, or?
Is it still straight?
I think so. Yeah. In. Well, we didn't touch anything, so that must be a good thing, right? He's just Nate says he's just set up his drone. Just setting up his drone. Well done.
Nice.
And Happy says Harry with a jetpack going around a tree.
Interesting idea.
All right, that'd be scary. Imagine that. It's like the most terrifyingest, like merry-go-round in the world. It'd be kind of strange because normally with control lines you steer it from the inside of the circle, right?
Yeah.
So you'd actually want it to go, you either A, get somebody else to steer you, or B, you'd have to get the lines to go there and back so then you could steer it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be kind of unique. Right? That'd be absolutely terrifying. You'd be going like 100 miles an hour around a tree. It probably would have to be like a tree, something that's like really solid into the ground, right?
It'd have to be a fairly solid structure.
Like
Like a chainsaw.
Whee!
That's what we made when we were really young. We made a chainsaw car, didn't we?
Yeah, we used a chainsaw motor and then sat on top of it as a trolley. It was like a science fair project. Harry did it.
Yeah, years ago.
Yeah,
so there you go. So you can. I think we just found a bike sprocket or something like that, and then
we just put a chain directly from the with the chainsaw. We just sat on top of the chainsaw.
Pretty much sat on top of it. It didn't. It was very other than the chainsaw part. We took the blade off, and then and it was very. It only had 4 wheels, and you're pretty much sitting on the chainsaw, and the handle was the throttle, obviously. But we still use that chainsaw to cut down trees today, so we didn't break anything. So we just took it back, took it apart and put it back together.
Um,
What do you reckon? Is it all good? Like that?
yeah,
You want to put some epoxy down and then stick it on? Or?
Yeah, Heavy says, a random question. Do you guys find these live streams to be inspiring or sidetracking? Interesting.
Good things.
Good.
All good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
I'm
good.
spending it with good people.
Yeah, it's all
so
good,
it's double thumbs up. Otherwise, we just, I guess the downside would be if we were just doing this in the workshop by ourselves, and that's not so fun, is it? Yeah, then you're
not sharing it with anyone.
no, just you by yourself, which
you've
is
been
fine. But
you've been an individual.
yeah, exactly. Sharing is caring. So I'd say thumbs up.
Nate says he's thinking of making a short where it shows your collection of whatever, and I'm going to need all my drones and the controllers.
Yeah, nice. Very cool.
Very cool. All right. So is that going to fit, do you think?
Yeah. Did you want to put epoxy down first, or do you want
Well, the other way is what you do is you no, I don't know.
to put the epoxy in next?
Could you put the glue and after underneath, like with a stick? And that way all the lines are all lined up? Would that be annoying?
Might be irritating. What we do is we do drill the other side.
Okay.
Okay, swap over and you can do that too.
All right.
But yes, we are making progress, guys.
Where is it?
What would you like?
The other wheel.
Over there.
Oh, there it is.
Just drill the holes on that one first, and then we'll jump over to this one.
Where'd you put them?
Oh, just 4. Like that. Yeah, we'll just swap chairs, perhaps. But we're making progress, so the objective is nearly there. We just need to bolt these guys in and then epoxy them in place, and then hopefully all good. And to get this one in the air, what do we need to do next on this guy?
You need to get the servos all fired up and then start doing the firmware adjustments.
So we need to apply power to them. We need to add a U-back. Oh, we started on the U-back on one of the streams.
You're going to check it though.
We need to check it and tune it in. Just a standard U-back. Yeah. And we want to get 5 volts out of that, so then we can run the servos. And that's what those servos run at, 5 volts. And then
We'll see some more. Head over to our YouTube channel. Thanks for joining.
yeah, and then once we've got voltage to the servos, then we can start enabling all those and checking them out on the flight control, which is what it's all about. Looking forward to doing that part. And then after that, what would be next after that? Then it'll be sending it down the Happy says, I can't remember, but have you done a wind tunnel test on this one, on this bird? No, we haven't.
So yes, that would be something that we should do.
Then maybe we could do that. Yeah.
Yes, not on this one.
Not on this one. Interesting doing a wind tunnel testing. It's an interesting one. It does actually take a lot longer than you might think. You have to weigh everything and make everything like it's science. So you have to make everything like a control, and you want a fair test. So it does take quite a while. And I think we did do were we wind tunnel testing on one of the live streams with the Mark 3 wingsuit, I think. So the answer is no. They're happy. I haven't wind tunnel tested this guy, but I think
Pass that pencil, please.
Hopefully it's all good. What are you going to do on that one?
I just want to mark it so you get an idea of where that is.
Oh, okay.
Just an idea anyway.
Okay.
Okay, and where's my one? How do I do it?
Not over by me. Oh, it's heavy.
Of course it is.
But yes, that's what he looks like at the moment. So that's one not done.
And Dan says, do we have a wind tunnel? Yes, we built the wind tunnel. Yep, it's all on the series.
There's Harry's head in there. Yes, no, we've made a very big wind tunnel to fit all our projects. So we've done, so far on the channel,
it's quite large.
It takes up pretty much a whole carport, isn't it? Yeah. The camera, it's a funny thing, the camera distortion, the optical lens doesn't really give the size of it. But yeah.
We rigged it up with what, I'm going to say 12S. It's a
No,
12S
it's a 12S
VTOL.
system, VTOL.
And it's a hobby wing motor with
Which
a
one?
32-inch prop.
Hang on, and bring that rig down. Hang on.
Oh, yeah, he's going to go and grab it in a second. And Happy says, will you ever make a wind tunnel large enough for you guys to put on a wingsuit and get inside it? Those always look fun. That would be cool, right?
So this part here is the bracket that goes on it. So you can see kind of the size of the drones that motor that we're running on this guy. But on this guy here is a VTOL. What kV is he? It's 160 kV, running a 32-inch prop.
32.
32 yep. From Hobby Wing.
And it's got 200 amp ESCs.
200 amp ESC. If you haven't seen a 200 amp ESC, I'll bring that up. Hang on, where's the camera? Over there. So yeah, 200 amp ESC.
So idea of scale, that's my hand there.
Yeah, so yeah, significantly large as an X-Rotor series, and 12S for that guy. So yeah, he runs a 32-inch prop to spin that.
Bad boy.
Bad boy. Yeah, very cool.
And Dan says, homemade indoor skydiving setup. And Happy says it's pretty big. Yeah. Have we actually spun that up to full RPM?
No, only like
I think we've only ever got like what?
20%. On the test, they don't need that much thrust. So
yeah. In a wind tunnel, when you're doing wind tunnel testing, that is, you don't need to spin it up too much because depending on which test you're doing, you actually, instead of blowing it at the item, which you're talking about with the indoor wing tunnel stuff, you need to blow it at the item.
But we do different tests, right?
We do different tests, but with the other one, you actually sort of suck
the air over it,
and then add some smoke so you can see it. Otherwise,
you need a smoke effect, man. It's just one of those things. You got to have the smoke effect.
Yeah, got to have that.
Homemade indoor skydiving setup. Yeah, they're pretty big, man. Yeah, it goes massive.
That'd be quite cool though, to make your own wingsuit, like an actual L-size wingsuit.
Well, we could definitely sew it for sure. It wouldn't be that hard. Surely, we can sew anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, we're going to drill these fellas.
But it's not like you're qualified to do wingsuit.
No. I think I'm talking. What was Christina and?
We did see a wingsuit in real life at Tauranga.
At a museum. But how many jumps is it before you're qualified to do a wingsuit jump? Christina and Ernesta said on their live stream.
It's like 10,000 jumps.
10,000 jumps before you can be qualified to do that.
And Happy says maybe someday your wind tunnel will be what powers your future manned aircraft.
That's an interesting idea. What kind of thrust ratio can
he is? That guy is pretty much rated pretty close to man fight now.
He's pretty close. Yeah, I mean, if you stack in a racket and have some
if you had
more,
series of them, you'd be doing it right. You need some bigger batteries though. That'd be what be limiting us a little bit, because otherwise you'd be like a minute of flight, which is pretty sketchy.
sketchy flight for 1 minute.
So you like take off, go, land, and then you're like, I don't know, like 10 seconds of flight. But I guess flight's flight, right? If you're off the ground for a second.
If you're off the ground, I guess that's technically flight. Interesting ideas, guys. Keep them coming. Okay.
Is it flying if you if you're? I guess it is.
Yeah, it's definitely flying. If you take off,
that sits in the sun.
If you leave the ground and your feet aren't on the ground, then you got flight.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So how high off there?
Well, the screws are pretty much in line with that top line.
Yeah. Was it measuring tape? Was it all? Right. But yeah, so we're making headway. We're just going to try and make sure these are all nice and lined up. And then we'll get them even Stevens, and then that's about 10 mil, is it? Can't see the lights in the way.
So then you're in the way. This is, by the way, by then you'll probably have some better battery technology. Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah. Hang on, just measure this.
I mean, technically it's only on size, isn't it? Because apparently size matters, right?
Big is
always good, right? So the largest that we've ever actually done is, what, is it 12S? We haven't done larger than 12, have we?
12S, yeah, that's, has anybody else done larger?
Higher than 12? Higher than 12, like say 14 or 24. because I know it does start to require a certain setup, and the plugs and stuff change as well. They get more beefier, so they can take that voltage
and amperage.
Yeah, it was basically so you don't kill yourself.
Yeah.
It would be cool to go bigger though. It's always good to go big. Go big or go home, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you reckon, Billy?
Yeah, I think so.
Good luck. Drill it, I guess. Okay, so drill this hole and then...
and what do you reckon, guys? Are we enjoying having 2 live streams this week?
Yeah.
Or would you like to see more?
More
or less?
I don't
know. I'm not sure how much we'll be able to do next week because we're going to have a full week, but we might be able to fit in. We'll aim for 1 next week.
Yeah, we'll aim for 1 next week. If you did 2 this week, then it would make sense to do 1 this week.
Yeah. Good?
I think so. Oh, dropped down.
That wasn't going anywhere, was it?
Okay, cool.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so now are we ready for epoxy time?
Well, we might want to dry fit these to see if they actually go on first before you do that. Otherwise, you might be in a problem when you've got...
Yeah, true. We want to get it right. Happy says biggest electric aircraft he's got is a 12S. Yeah, nice. Respect. Then after that, above that, it's got gas. Nice. Very cool.
Very cool. It's a bit crooked, that one.
Is it?
Yeah. Massively.
Oh. Just undo it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What size gas engine do you have for your aircraft?
I guess what would you normally say in CCs, I guess.
How many CCs do you have? Always wanted to get one of those gas turbines would be cool. Like a jet turbine.
Yeah.
That'd be always cool. Pretty hard to come by though.
That's true. It'd be nice to bolt these ones in. That'd be cool. And then you let them glue. I guess R2 and BB-8 would be running at a higher voltage. They might. Do they run off like the battery? I'm pretty sure.
They run off like a drill battery, right?
Drill battery, so that would be like 20 volts, would it?
Yeah, it could
What's
be.
this one? This runs off a 20 volt lithium ion. 18 volt.
What? How much voltage are you running on BB-8 there, Mike?
Not like that.
Yeah, it's fine. So far, so good.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't line those two, but.
Streams are fun. I totally forgot about the one tonight and should run soon. Need to head back to bed. Yes. Hey, that's all good, man. Thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate you very much.
We'll see you when we see you.
You'll see us here. And I think what we'll do is we'll just put these 2 on and then put a bit of glue in and then...
We'll call it there for us as well.
For sure.
It shouldn't be too long now, hopefully. All going well and we can get it on properly. So thanks very much for joining and I'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Okay, hot glue?
I guess so. Epoxy it. Epoxy time.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so it's coming along well. And he says that the gas one is 100 cc's, 2-stroke, and it's got a 168-inch wingspan. Carbon, okay.
Oh, it's a cab, nice.
So that's one of the top wing planes, right?
Yeah. Nice.
Is it the yellow and black one, or have you got a different color?
Different color scheme.
Because normally they're quite iconically black and yellow and black.
Either way, cool.
Yeah, it's cool either way, yeah.
100 cc's.
100 cc.
Big boy.
Big boy stuff.
What do you reckon? Enough glue?
Yeah, it doesn't need to be.
Doesn't need to be heaps, eh?
No. Okay, it's glue time. Hopefully we can get this on
Yeah. See
without too many issues. Fingers crossed. Yeah. Okay, so what we're doing at the moment is we are we're joining, attaching that. I'm just gonna add a bit of glue and then put those bolts in. All going well. We'll get this one done and then we'll do the other side, and then
Happy days.
in theory we'll be good to go
Hey, got some
for this part anyway. Yeah. Cool. Oh, good. Nice. Coming along nicely.
Put a bit of glue on the ends of these.
Yeah, you can do. Yeah. Well, I guess you don't want them to come off, right?
Good enough?
Yeah, I think so. And then we'll move a little bit on there, on the other side. He says, yes, sir, blue and white. Okay.
Nice colour.
I have a video of it on my channel. Okay. And I need to post more on it. Great stream, guys, and good chatting to everyone. Oh, okay. Thanks, Mark, dude.
Cheers, dude.
When we get a chance, we're going to check out that video.
For sure.
That's probably pretty good.
Yes, alright.
Yeah.
Alright, bolt that fella down.
We don't need to sit down at this point.
Going in.
I believe so. Yes, I think so. We'll just put those two in first and then
Right.
it's not lifting, eh?
No, I don't think so.
Cool. It's good. Have to leave it like this for it to dry properly before we roll it over.
Yeah, we'll just stay like this. But yes, we're coming along. Making good progress. Maybe that one might need to go down a little bit on this end. It's a little bit raised a bit.
Is it?
There's nothing under it, so it should be all good.
There you go, it's coming along.
You going in the hole?
Yeah,
You got penetration?
I think so.
Cool. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Happy with it? Might snug it down a bit.
Might not be going in.
No?
No. Do you have a light? Can you bring a light so we can see what's going on?
Yeah, sure. I think it's in the hole.
Just maybe a bit more weight on it, maybe.
Can't really put much on.
No. Can you hold that?
Yeah, sure. Aeroworks 100cc. Carbon Cub. SS is the little one. Nice.
Is that cool?
It needs to come down more.
More? It is grabbing it. Oh, there you go. It's coming down now.
Oh, you can come down.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then do the same thing on the other side. What's that? Phillips screwdriver.
There you go. Can they see what we're doing over here? I think they can.
Kind of. We're on the other side of the spar, but you can kind of see.
That one.
No, the different X.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's going over.
Okay, so we've got one arm on.
One down, one to go, and then we'll be achieve what we set out to do.
Yeah, it would be cool. You got some bolts for these ones?
Hey,
Bolts from these guys?
bolts.
Yeah.
Did not have any bolts.
No?
These ones. Oh.
Which ones?
Uh,
Where'd you put? Are these ones?
over there.
Yeah. You look at them? No? These are these ones. You have some others?
Which ones? Yeah, those ones. Yeah.
Which ones? These ones?
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to know what we're using, we're currently using an M3 by 8mm long by 308 stainless steel. You go.
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
Have we got a hex wrench?
Yes, I do. Yep. Here you go.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay, so it's coming along now.
So we might as well put this together. Finish
Oh,
it
as
off.
well, eh? You guys would like to see it, what do they call it, entire?
Yeah.
I think so.
Alright, you got another one, please?
Yeah. You guys, so just off camera, Harry's putting the screws in, prepping them for this.
Put there.
Hey, Mike, if you're on Livestream still, what was it like being in the what do you call it, like a driverless taxi? Does anybody else? I know that Mike sent us a video about him in the passenger seat of a no human driving taxi. The computer was driving for him, and this is on the streets. Has anybody else been on a driving, I guess you call it a computer-driven car? Has anybody been on something like that before?
Been in one.
Been in one? Other than Mike, obviously. I can't say that I personally have, Harry. No? No.
Not yet. Okay. Swap sides. Do you want to do the epoxy? I'll swap sides and you can do this. And then you can do the epoxy. I'll do the epoxy on this side.
Sure. Does that? I think if I move it back slightly, you might be able to see a bit more. Is that cool? Okay.
A little bit towards the thing that way. So you're working on your.
Like that? Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Maybe a bit less. Maybe a bit further back. And then, yeah, there you go. And then like that. There you go. Nice. Yeah, line up our own camera angles. Cool.
Yep. So I just put this one together and then achieve what we set out to.
Mike's his own. It's unnerving at first, he reckons. But it drove like I would and avoided things like in the same way. Okay. So pretty quickly it got comfortable.
Okay. Interesting.
Did it, was it like a road rage version where it's like, started yelling profanity at people? Get off the road, Grandma! ETC. Yeah, some
Some interesting drives out there.
Have you ever been in a car with someone on road rage? It's not very fun, I can tell you.
Yeah, oh, that's interesting. That
I can say that I have been in the car with a
not so happy driver.
Maybe shouldn't be. Maybe driving wasn't his forte. He should have been like sticking to things like walking and
other modes of transport.
Yeah, like public transport. Got wound up about everything, that guy. It does make driving though, like when you are in that situation.
Because we quite like it.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. It sort of puts a different light on it because you think you've seen everything and you're like, whoa, what I get myself into. You see amazing tech and no rage, smiley face. Well, that's good.
No rage.
It's certainly put a new spin on things, isn't it?
Get into the rage out.
Teach the computer to rage out at people. You just wrecked the
driving experience. Don't know why we don't have any customers these days.
Have no idea why. We got really bad reviews.
Have no idea. That's probably all I can get out of that.
Yeah, that's right.
Put that out of the way.
Okay. Hopefully I'm not in your way.
But we'll make a good time.
We are, I think. Yeah. Just trying to find that hole. Should be there somewhere.
But I checked it. I thought the holes were pretty good.
Yeah, you just have to try and get one though, to get into one.
No rage. Yeah. There you want me to try? You good?
Yeah, you can do it. You can. Sit there. Sit. No.
No?
No. Maybe there. Try there.
Yeah. Possibly.
Does it feel right?
I think so. Feels a bit better.
Alright, cool. I think you can have like optional, like.
Is it raising or is it going down?
Keep going. Keep going.
There's the light for you.
I think we're doing all right. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it looks like it's raising up, but it's in the hole. So how does that work?
Going in?
No, not even slightly.
Not going.
No. Got some comments here.
Mike says, I would say it's pretty safe. It would be good for someone like my daughter needing a taxi late at night. Nice. After drinking or something out on the town. Yeah. It'd be a good answer as I don't need to worry about some creepy ads like taxi or Uber driver. Yeah, no, that's a good point. The other quite good idea would be if they got to that stage where your normal car could do that. It would be quite good. So then, let's say parking, it's quite hard.
So parking the issue, right? And then just
parking issue. Say, especially in Auckland, when we would live there, you always had to think about where you're going to park the car.
Yeah, so that could be quite handy.
You could do it send it home and use it as a QRF.
And then come and pick you up.
Like at whatever time you need, which would be quite good.
I think that would be helpful.
Kind of like the Batmobile in that way. I need QRF on site at exactly at whatever time you need it.
And it just comes and picks you up.
Picks you up at that time, which would be pretty cool.
I mean, they have them on video games all the time, right?
Yeah, they do. So yes, I think if they develop it a bit more, I think it'd be cool.
It'd be cool if it was more like a
just like another function.
Function, yeah, part of your car.
But you've been in a car where it tried to park once, didn't you?
I did. It was probably
like a first gen version.
It was like a first gen version, and when they just came out, I used to work at a place like that, and yeah, it's first gen, and the mechanic got out and he did his drive, parked the car no problem, by the way, this is parallel parking, and then he said they put the computer to work, and it missed it by a mile. So
No,
there you go. That's why it's first gen and not.
10, it's probably about 10th gen now.
Yeah.
So on the roads and all that.
Yeah, but that was you wouldn't to go anywhere near that car. You wouldn't trust.
Everyone trusts the sparking balloon.
No. But it sounds like the one that you were in was better, more improved.
Did it do a park for you? Like a parallel park, just to test its ability. Or might not have even needed to.
No.
So we're putting these last bolts in on this build.
Yeah, and if you're just joining our live stream, we've been working on the Coaxial concept RC aircraft. It's the one that has got 2 drone motors at the back here in a push-push form. It's based on the video game called Crimson Skies.
Our version of it.
And we've been working on our episodes, and lately, in the last couple of weeks, we've been working on a live stream.
Yeah, just to put these landing gear on. And then I guess this one would probably go back to episodes, wouldn't it?
I suspect so.
And then eventually, if it checks off, then we can go back to maybe some flights on live stream.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So I think we'll leave it like that to dry. What do you reckon? Do we get it down?
I'll get a cloth. Hang on a second. I just want to wipe out a little bit of extra.
Oh, okay.
But yes, I think that's us, isn't it, Aaron?
I think so.
How are we doing for the live stream?
Yeah, how are we doing for live stream? Yeah, I think we're all good. I think video quality is okay. But yeah, I guess what we'll do is once you wipe that off, I think it's pretty good for this live stream. I think we made some pretty good headway. We put the legs in, we achieve the mission of this live stream, so that's always good. I always like it when we actually
and you
get
achieved.
it done.
Would you say that you achieved the what you sort of set out to do on this series?
Yes, I think so. If we've got the legs on, we still need to wait for it to dry before we can put some weight on it. Let's see if that's okay. But I would say I'm pretty confident that it'll be all good. Wouldn't you? Would you say be pretty confident that it should be all good, Richard?
Should be all good, yeah.
Maybe these characters at the end here maybe stronger. Maybe not. Maybe have to tap.
Okay, maybe put it into normal mode, and then I'll move this back over.
And we'll swap the cameras over for the sign out. Yep. Yeah, I think we did pretty good on this live stream. We got the legs on. We got 1, 2, 3 legs on, and after suggestions of how to design it, we were going to make the back rear legs out of like PETG like we did the front one. But it was suggested one to make it out of aluminium, so we went with that idea. Ran that, so yeah, should be pretty good. And the front one's got suspension on it, and it's got a rubber band for suspension, and it's got a bit of maneuverability. Not sure if we really need it too much, but it can turn a little bit. But it has been limited to...
nothing falling out?
No, I think so. I think we're all good. Just leave it up that way to dry, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Oh, you're just going to hold it up. Hold it up to show you what it really looks like on this live stream, what we achieved. That needs to be a little bit tweaked there, but that's fine.
So there you go. Look at that. Kind of looks like a spaceship, doesn't it?
It does, kind of, yeah.
With those little wheels at the back.
Yeah.
Trailing along.
Interesting. It would be cool to see it in the air. Hopefully it flies. Yeah, why not? Why can't it fly?
Why can't fly?
Why can't it fly? So you flip it upside down, and then that was a little suspension at the front.
Yeah. It's pretty cool, actually. Oh, was it that way around?
No, it was rotate it 180 degrees and then put it back down.
Oh, okay.
Move that one forward.
Maybe we could do like wind tunnel testing or something on live stream or something.
Yeah. If you want to see that sort of thing, let us know in the comments. Yes. Okay, so we'll jump over to the other stream. Oh, Mike says it looks good. Thanks, man. Cheers.
Yeah, pretty pleased with that. So
this kind of looks like a spaceship. If you turn it up the other way, it looks like, oh yeah, that's the plane, but it's actually the other way around.
Looks the part, eh? Quite pleased how that came out.
Yeah. Kind of actually with the legs hanging out like that, kind of reminds me of the movie. There's a spaceship from the movie Stealth. It was kind of a It's exactly what it was, an autonomous stealth plane.
And if you'd like us to put up the
What's that?
well, if you'd like us to share the brackets and the design for the suspension at the front and stuff, we can put it up on the Patreon. If we've got some interest, we could possibly do that.
And yes, and if you want to, if we're not on our live streams and we're not making an episode, we are on Discord now as well. So you're welcome to join that. And yeah, join in and share your what your builds are up to and all the good stuff. Yeah, when we're not online. Okay, so we'll jump over to the other screen and we'll do our sign out. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm just going to check to see if it's lined up.
Oh yeah, see if it was straight. We do our own camera angles. Okay, we'll jump over to that one.
Is it more or less straight?
Yeah, it's all right. It's fine. Yep, you're all good. Okay, so we're going to sign out, guys. Let's go and do that. All right.
Pretty good.
Okay, so signing out like we do. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. I'm Harry.
I'm Richard, and yeah, it's been pretty good. It was quite. How do you think that 2 live streams a week went? How do you feel?
Yeah,
I think
for the build that's coming up on Tuesday, it worked quite well with that.
Yeah. So
but if it was a bigger, giant build like the quad tool, like this week.
It was last week. That was quite intense.
Yeah, last week for us, but this week for you guys. So yeah, so tune in on Tuesday. We will start making a, what is it? It's a dead cat 5-inch cinematic drone. Frame is from its FPV. The parts are from Hobbywing.
Yeah.
So we're going to be testing out some new parts that I don't know if too many people in the world have tried out. So there you go. Looking forward to it, and that's coming out on Tuesday.
Yeah, and we just uploaded that. Was it this morning or yesterday?
Yeah,
very, very recently.
Yeah, so looking forward to that, and tune into our live streams next week.
That's right, and the episode this week was about the VTOL dropship.
We did quite a lot of printing for that one, so it was cool.
It was good to get the wings done. Yeah,
cool.
We did a little overview at the beginning of the stream if you missed that section.
Yeah. Okay, so see each other next week in 3, 2, 1, go! H-Outdoor Racing, H-Outdoor Racing, H-Outdoor Racing! Yeah. Thanks, guys.
See you next stream.
Have a good night, guys. Thanks very much. Night, Dan. Night, Mike. Night, everyone. Or daytime for us.